News headline: ECOWAS lawmakers push for regional unity, security, free movement amid rising political strains. As political tensions continue to test the foundations of West African integration, the ECOWAS Parliament has renewed its call for stronger unity, regional security, and the restoration of free movement across member states. Vincis Okushi reports that during its first ordinary session in Abuja, the Joint Committee on Political Affairs, Peace and Security, alongside other key sectors, unveiled key recommendations aimed at revitalizing governance and cooperation within the subregion.
Co-rapporteur Honorable Biante Awaje-Nembo emphasized reversing the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance, proposing a FEP ban on presidential third-term bids to curb unconstitutional regime changes. According to him, strong democratic norms are non-negotiable for stability in West Africa, calling for improved communication strategies, especially in local languages, to counter misinformation and foster citizen engagement across diverse populations. On the escalating security threats, lawmakers urged the immediate activation of the ECOWAS standby force and the strengthening of regional intelligence sharing to combat terrorism and transnational crime. They also stressed the importance of renewing diplomatic dialogue with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, the AES countries, to ensure regional collaboration on migration and security.
Strengthening governance and transparency, recommendation to ECOWAS Commission. It is recommended that they revise the Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance to explicitly prohibit third presidential terms and reinforce mechanisms to prevent unconstitutional changes of government. It's also recommended that they publish an annual report on the implementation and socio-economic impact of ECOWAS sanctions to promote accountability and informed policy making. Another recommendation to renew emphasis on monitoring democratic transitions within the withdrawing states. Reinforce the electoral monitoring and conflict prevention mechanism of ECOWAS and sanction regimes for breaches of democratic norms.
Restoring the core principles of ECOWAS, particularly the free movement of people and goods, was another major focus. The committee advocated for the revision of immigration protocols, investment in cross-border infrastructure, and the establishment of a regional emergency fund. In a bid to promote inclusivity, the committee called for more involvement of civil society, youth, and women in regional policy making.
We should revise those texts where applicable, placing emphasis on the foundational objectives of the community to reflect the challenges that one had raised, which is about free movement. How do you move from, Côte d'Ivoire through Ghana, through Togo, Benin to Nigeria? That the focus should be on free movement, economic integration, and the elimination of administrative and fiscal barriers.
To breed divisions, lawmakers suggested temporary parliamentary representation for the withdrawn member states as a pathway to their eventual reintegration. Following extensive deliberations, Speaker of the Parliament Memunatu Ibrahima adopted the report highlighting a fresh commitment to unity, development and resilience across West Africa.
We need to look in depth into the cases of these three countries and ensure that we do a good job, because from the narration here, it means they haven't agreed, but we still want them.
Open ourselves out for the potential return of these brothers who for the time being he stepped away. And also I propose that we should take account a recommendation to create or put in place all the mechanisms that will make it possible to have stability in the sub-region.
You must work on the modalities to see how best you can stop it. If I come in as a head of state, and before being sworn in, there was a time limit. But because I have the majority, I go and tamper with the constitution. So tampering with the constitution gives you an other privilege to have another term. What are what are we thinking outside the box to control it?
Colleague, will hereby adopt this report. Do we adopt it? The report is hereby adopted.